Welcome back to Daybreak, everyone. The airplane that was mistakenly shot down during last week's military conflict with Iran was carrying 176 people. 57 we now know were Canadian, and Prime Minister Justin Trudeau says they'd still be alive had the escalation not happened here in the U.S. CBS's Naomi Ruckham reports on the latest War Powers resolution from New York.
Innocents bear the brunt of it.
Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau blames the military escalation between the U.S. and Iran for the downing of a civilian plane that killed 176 people.
If there was no escalation recently in the region, those Canadians would be right now home with their families.
57 Canadians are among the dead. Iran mistakenly shot down the plane shortly after it attacked Al-Assad Air Base. No U.S. troops were killed. They took shelter in bunkers as Iran launched nearly a dozen ballistic missiles.
We huddled together and held one another. I still can't fathom that no one was hurt.
The barrage was in retaliation for the killing of Iranian General Qasem Soleimani,
the #1 terrorist in the world by every account.
The administration claims it killed him to prevent an imminent attack.
This was a legitimate act of self-defense.
But yesterday, President Trump tweeted it doesn't really matter. CBS News has confirmed he authorized a strike on Soleimani as early as last summer if Iran was responsible for an American death. That came late last month in a rocket attack on an Iraqi military base.
The president's foreign policy is dangerously incompetent.
The Senate will soon debate a War Powers resolution aimed at limiting further escalation with Iran. Republican Majority Leader Mitch McConnell will vote no.
We appear to have restored a measure of deterrence in the Middle East, so let's not screw it up.
The House passed a similar measure last week. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News.
At least 2 Republicans are expected to vote yes, saying it's important Congress has input on when to send troops into battle. And also breaking overnight, Iran says arrests have been made in connection with the plane that was shot down. Iran's president called for a special court to be set up to probe the downing.
Up next for you, 2 officers in Fayetteville, Arkansas have been cleared to come back to work.
Plus, why a Missouri senator is looking to restrict transgender athletics. Welcome back to Daybreak. It's Tuesday, January 14th. I'm Lauren Barnes.
And I'm Joe Morano as we are Sitting here looking at what's trending and everything right now, a lot of LSU talk, winning the national championship last night. That only means about three legit football games left.
Well, it makes sense because as I was reading January 14th, I'm like, holy cow, we're 2 weeks through January.
Yeah, no kidding. 2 weeks through January, and luckily the Chiefs are a part of that game.
Yeah.
Part of those 3 games. So not bad, right?
We're excited for that. Meteorologist Beth joins us this morning. Are we feeling like the middle of January today?
A little bit this morning.
It was warmer than I thought it would be walking out the door today.
Yes,
yeah.
That's the biggest thing, is that it's warmer than it should be for this time of day.
I forgot my gloves as I was walking out, and I thought, you know what, it's actually not bad once I'm outside.
Yeah, and you won't need them tomorrow either.
Okay.
But the rest of the week you probably will.
Gotcha.
So make sure you know where they are, Joe.
Okay.
We've got dense fog advisories to talk about. A dense fog advisory south of I-44. This goes until 8 a.m. this morning. Another one for north central Arkansas. This one goes until 9 a.m. this morning. We've got areas with less than a mile visibility in Branson, Harrison, Mountain Home. We've got about 6 in West Plains. Here in Springfield, things should be good to go. So a couple things you want to remember. Leave extra space between you and the car in front of you, and leave extra time for your morning commute. Right now on the Branson camera, we can see through, we can see almost everything, but I do think that will change through the rest of the morning. It's 36 degrees right now in Branson, 41 in Springfield, 40 in Mountain Grove, 35 in West Plains, and 33 in Mountain Home. We're about 15 degrees warmer than we were at this time yesterday in Springfield and in Joplin. But as you head out the door, we are going to see that patchy to dense fog through the morning hours. By this afternoon, temperatures will be in the lower 50s. The only road hazard you got to worry about is that fog and maybe some foggy windows. So again, maybe leave a few extra minutes as you head out the door this morning. We're looking at dry roads throughout the rest of the day, but it is going to be mostly cloudy for today and then again for tomorrow. So as the kids head out to the bus stop, you might need some jackets. We've got temperatures in the 40s. You won't need them by dismissal, with temperatures sitting in the lower 50s, and that's exactly what Futurecast is going to show you. In just a few minutes, we'll talk about a possible wintry mix and our next rain chances for Friday.
In your news around the region, 2 officers responsible for shooting and killing the gunman who killed Officer Stephen Carr are cleared for duty. Corporal Shay Floyd and Officer Natalie UC were on paid administrative leave pending an internal investigation. The pair shot 35-year-old London Phillips. The man Fayetteville police say shot and killed Officer Carr in the back parking lot of the department last month.
They're not back on duty yet, but they have been reinstated, so I assume that the next shift, that their shift works, that they will be working it.
Sergeant Tony Murphy also says the department will support both officers in their return to duty.
Missouri is now one of 5 states where lawmakers are debating proposals to ban transgender athletes in certain competitions. Now, a Northeast Missouri senator is looking to ban student athletes from competing in events as the gender they identify with. It became a point of national debate 2 years ago when Mac Beggs won the Texas State High School title for girls wrestling. Born as a female, Beggs identifies as a male. Missouri State Senator Cindy O'Loughlin is pushing a new resolution, which, if passed, means high school athletes would have to limit their athletic participation strictly to the gender on their birth certificate.
And then I started seeing in the news where across the country you had women who were being beat by biologically born men in big competitions, and I thought, you know, I just don't think people think that's right.
Caroline Gibbs with the Transgender Institute vows to fight the proposal.
In your medical coverage today, hundreds of students and staff at the University of Arkansas are forced to stay home after not getting vaccinated for mumps. There have been 37 cases confirmed at the university since September 1st. In response, the university has asked all students and employees to get 2 doses of the MMR vaccine, but not everyone did. At the start of the outbreak, 407 students were out of compliance. Now it's down to 81, but all of them must avoid school activities until the incubation period is over. There are 376 employees currently out of compliance. That number is down from 3,500.
Professors are encouraged, along with the students, they're encouraged to kind of work together to make sure that they're making additional accommodations, whether it be virtual, digital class exercises, just to make sure that they are afforded the same opportunity to be successfully academically.
Students who remain out of compliance will not be able to attend class until the health department declares the outbreak is over.
Dry roads and clear conditions here in Springfield, but that is not the case through the rest of the Ozarks. We do have patchy to dense fog this morning, 2 dense fog advisories to talk about, plus we've got rain chances to talk about for your day on Friday. We'll do that right after the break. Don't go anywhere. We're starting off this morning with a dense fog advisory for areas east of Highway 65 and south of I-44. This goes until 8 a.m. Areas in north central Arkansas, your dense fog advisory goes until 9 a.m. this morning. So you want to leave a couple extra minutes for your morning commute and leave extra space between you and the car in front of you as you head out today. Less than a mile visibility down in Branson, Harrison, and Mountain Home. We're at about 6-mile visibility in West Plains, about 8 up in Rolla. Here in Springfield, things are good to go. Down on the Branson camera, not looking too foggy now. I think that will change through the rest of the morning hours. It's 36 degrees right now in Branson, 41 in Springfield, 35 in West Plains, 38 up in Rolla, and 40 in Mountain Grove. We're about 15 degrees warmer than we were at this time yesterday here in Springfield and out in Joplin. About 10 degrees warmer everywhere else. That's going to be the trend throughout much of the day today. We're looking at mostly cloudy skies. That will stick around for the day as well. Not looking at any rain chances, though. Most of that rain staying down to our south and to our east. We'll keep the mostly cloudy conditions through the morning hours and then again in the afternoon. Our setup looks like this. We'll have a front draped off to our north. This front will push through and that will keep us mostly cloudy, but I don't expect any rain out of it because we have such a dry air mass in place. We'll have morning clouds and afternoon clouds and morning fog that should lift through the day today. Mostly cloudy skies through the afternoon and warmer. Temperatures will be in the lower 50s and that's what Futurecast will show you. Then through the overnight hours, we'll stay mostly cloudy. Temperatures will drop into the upper 40s, maybe a spotty shower or two, but I don't expect any rain out of another front that's going to swing through the day tomorrow. What's going to happen is there's going to be a little bit of a kink in the jet stream. Right now our jet stream, our flow is from west to east. Remember, that's that path that storms tend to take. So what it's doing is keeping that cold Arctic air to our north, keeping that warm humid air to our south, and we'll start to tap into that warm air today and through the day tomorrow. Then as that kink starts to form, it's going to swing a front in through the day tomorrow. So temperatures will make it into the 60s. That front comes in, drops our temperatures back into the 20s and 30s, making for a cold day on Thursday, but we do to stay dry tomorrow. Another front's going to come in through the day on Friday. That one we won't be so lucky with. Here's the setup. What we're going to have is a storm pass to our north, and I think there's a better chance now of an early wintry mix, especially in the overnight hours Thursday into the early morning hours on Friday. So timing and totals of all that, something that still needs to be determined. Then we'll warm up into the 40s and 50s, so we'll be above freezing for the afternoon. Temperatures will make it into, again, the lower 50s. So all of that will transition over into a rain. We could be seeing anywhere between ½ an inch to an inch and a half, so some localized flooding could also be a concern. And then behind all that is going to be some cooler air. We're going to ride that temperature roller coaster through the rest of the week. In the 40s on Thursday, we make it into the 50s Friday. We do make it into the 50s on Saturday, but then temperatures will tumble throughout the day. 53 degrees today, mostly cloudy skies, 47 overnight, patchy fog by morning, much like we were seeing this morning. 60 degrees tomorrow and warmer. We'll ride this temperature roller coaster through the rest of the week. 43 for our high on Thursday. Showers are likely on Friday with temperatures in the 50s. We're still in the 50s on Saturday, and then temperatures will tumble, dropping back into the 30s for Sunday.
All right, up next for you, help is on the way from California to Puerto Rico after those earthquakes there last week.
And an emergency meeting yesterday concerning the future of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex.
Welcome back, everyone. California Governor Gavin Newsom has sent a group of disaster specialists to Puerto Rico after earthquakes hit the island last week. He announced the plan Saturday after a 5.9 quake hit. The specialists are from a variety of different fields, including incident and emergency management and crisis counseling. On top of the damage already left by the quakes, the USGS reports that there's a 12% chance of an aftershock of 6.0 magnitude or higher.
In your Consumer Watch, Amazon has fired several workers who leaked customer information to a third party. The data included email addresses and phone numbers. It's the second time in a week the company's customer information has been improperly accessed. Amazon says it's working with law enforcement to prosecute the suspects.
And moving to some news from around the world, senior members of the royal family held an emergency meeting yesterday in response to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's desire to step back as senior royals. Harry and Meghan say they will continue to support the Queen through royal tours and charity work. One of the main concerns for the palace, though, is finances. Harry and Meghan announced they will not rely on the taxpayer-funded sovereign grant. Instead, they intend to pursue other opportunities to generate income, but it's still unclear how a scaled-back arrangement would work.
It's very difficult for you to put the hat on and take it off, you know. You cannot be half royal or royal part of the time, and you cannot switch it on and off.
The Queen has asked for decisions about the couple's future roles to be finalized within the next few days. And in your entertainment news, Matchbox 20 gets set for a road trip.
We'll have the details on a 50-stop tour, including when they plan to come to Missouri, next.
A dense fog advisory in effect for counties south of I-44. This goes until 8 a.m. for counties in north central Arkansas. Your dense fog advisory goes until 9 o'clock this morning. We've got less than a mile visibility down in Branson, Harrison, and Mountain Home this morning. We're at about 6-mile visibility in West Plains. So a couple things you want to remember. Take it slow, leave extra time for your morning commute, and be sure to leave extra space between you and the car in front of you. Right now in Branson, we're not looking at a whole lot out of the Branson camera. At least 36 degrees right now. It's 41 in Springfield, 39 in Ava, 40 in Mountain Grove, and 37 up in Rolla. We've got fog for that morning commute. Otherwise, looking at dry roads, clear conditions, and cloudy skies for the rest of the day today. So as the kids head out to the bus stop, jackets are going to be needed. Temperatures are going to be in the 40s. Then we'll be in the 50s by dismissal, but we're going to stay with mostly cloudy skies throughout much of the day today. That's what Futurecast will show you. We're not looking at anything in terms of rain for today. Same thing through the overnight hours. Will stay mostly cloudy. Temperatures will drop into the upper 40s. If you're wanting to go on a run, the only concern I have this morning is with that low visibility and that patchy fog. That should start to lift through the day today, and then we'll be looking at fine conditions by this afternoon. If you want to go out for the dog walk, again, same thing is that we've got that fog this morning with temperatures in the 40s. Then by this afternoon, though, we'll be in the 50s. Pretty much a great day to bring your dog out. We've got mostly cloudy skies, but we do have rain chances to talk about in a little bit.
Jared Leto transforms into a vengeful vampire and hid the new trailer for his new movie, Morbius. Michelle Medina has your eye on entertainment.
A living vampire is awakened in the first trailer for Marvel's Morbius. Jared Leto plays Michael Morbius, who suffers from a rare blood disorder, but what seems to be a success is a remedy far worse than the disease.
I feel like more alive than ever. Increased strength and speed.
Morbius hits theaters in July. Showtime has debuted the Penny Dreadful City of Angels trailer. The spin-off is set in 1930s Los Angeles and will retain the same supernatural elements as the original Penny Dreadful. Starring Nathan Lane and Natalie Dormer, Penny Dreadful City of Angels premieres on Showtime April 26th. It's been 20 years since Matchbox 20 dropped its Mad Season album. Now the band is hitting the road. The Matchbox 20 2020 tour will feature special guests, the Wallflowers. The 50-day tour kicks off in July and includes stops in Atlanta and St. Louis. And from the final frontier to the Hollywood Walk of Fame, Sir Patrick Stewart has cemented his mark on Hollywood. The actor places handprints and footprints in concrete at the TCL Chinese Theater.
Hollywood was my escape from a rather troublesome childhood. And I would sit in the cinema, and when the titles began to roll, I would cry because I didn't want to go back to the real world.
Stewart reprises the iconic role of Jean-Luc Picard in the highly anticipated series, debuting January 23rd on CBS All Access. That's your eye on entertainment. Michelle Medina, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Matchbox 20 2020 tour. This band has been waiting for this year, right?
They're waiting for their comeback, yeah.
Stay with us. Back to wrap it up in a few minutes here.